Welcome.
Welcome
This is
to
Shade in the
Shade in the
City.
City.
I'm your girl, Treese.
It's Nels.
And today we are jumping into episode 5 of Real Housewives of Dubai. So yes, and we have our special guest. I've saved it for the episode, even though I'm sure y'all already know by now. But yes, so let's jump
That's Miss Shade herself.
Right, but we'll get into that. Please make sure that you hit the like button as you're coming in.
And you subscribe.
And y'all, let's get into it. Let's get shady. So we see Brooks. It looks like, I don't know where they at a Versace mansion in Dubai or, but we see Brooks meeting up with her cousin Sean. Apparently he lives in Dubai as well. And apparently moved there around the same time, but they never managed to be able to see each other. Obviously, because they out here hustling,
trying to booked and busy.
Right, to keep that Dubai lifestyle going. Now, she basically feels good that it's like, hang out with somebody from home. And we learn, that she has a 6-month deadline to get her spa finished. So it's chop, chop. And that her ex-husband is the one that is doing the construction on the spa, which I found to be very interesting. And she feels like, so she knows that things may go wrong or whatever the case may be. And her cousin feels, rest assured, if you apply enough pressure, it'll get taken care of. So then we see Miss Phaedra walk in, and she's looking cute, Versace down. Okay, she is dressed for the occasion.
I am not surprised that she came to Versace wearing Versace. This is so Phaedra.
So apparently she had a long flight. She got stuck in Paris on her way to Dubai. Now Phaedra has been friends with Sean, I guess, for many, many years. But Brooks and Phaedra actually became cool when Phaedra started wanting to do business out in Dubai. And obviously we know Brooks' main hustle is real estate. She had investment properties and things, and that's how they started, messing with each other. And eventually she said she felt like that was her soul sister. So, basically they talk about, Phaedra asked her, like, are you ever going to go back to Boston? And she's like, nope, no plans on it. I go back once a year, but I have no plan on living there again. Now, she's like, y'all Black, right?
She was like, they love us here.
Right? She said,
Black and the berry, sweet as juice.
And I love Phaedra. She's like, well, I'm a nice chocolate berry.
Yeah.
So then she asked about the men in Dubai and what the dating scene is like, and talks about, can't they have multiple wives? But I'm down for the sister wives, because what I'm saying, if she cook, I can clean, or do whatever. So she was like, I'm here for it. And Brooke tells her that the men there have to treat all their wives the same.
He first has to ask permission.
Right.
From the first wife.
First wife.
If she agrees, then yes, they all get the same treatment. Everything has to be equal. Otherwise, you just can't do it.
And then Brooks even says, you can marry my ex. He's a cheater, but you can marry him. I said, did you ever really love him at all? I mean, damn.
What's funny to me is she says that, she would make him pay like a major settlement or something like that if he cheated. Didn't you walk away with nothing?
I do believe.
That part confused me.
That, you know what? I didn't think I picked up on that one. But
she said
she does say in the first episode,
she's like, it's very expensive
so she could have her son.
Yeah, she was like, it's very expensive to cheat on me. And she believes that, you're owed a settlement if your spouse cheats on you. But she made it very clear she walked away from the marriage with nothing. And she started from the ground up.
And she even says that she was like, how dare you think you just gonna, be out here cheating, and we done established this family and you gonna embarrass me? No, we're not doing that. So I don't know.
I saw that and I was super confused.
And I mean, clearly they still have a decent relationship that she's still able to work with him. But yeah, y'all.
Maybe she means for her next husband, I guess. She let the first one off scot-free.
So Phaedra wants to find her a settlement man. And she said, I'm usually the one taking care of settlements. And we know, girl, we know.
The shade.
She says
she do not skip a beat.
Right. She says she wants to do more business in Dubai. And Brooks invites her to Ski Dubai, which is an indoor ski resort and in the middle of the desert, y'all.
It's like in the middle of the mall, which is in the middle of the desert, which, yeah, she says it's super dope. It's like, a main attraction in Dubai.
They have one in Jersey too.
I was thinking the same thing. When she was like, you know what, she made it seem like this is the only place on earth that
right. That's why I was like, I was
like, well, they have one at New Jersey. I was like, they have one at DreamWorks in Jersey, so I don't know. Over at Lisa's house, the family is caring for Miss Goat.
Yes, Miss Goat.
Yes, and she says that, to her children that it's time for Miss Goat to go back to the farm, and be with her mommy and daddy. And yeah,
she tells the goat, if you really want to go home, you should eat something. Let us know. Give us a sign. And the goat starts eating, of course. And the Max I felt bad for little Max. Max is like, that's so unfair, mommy.
You knew he was gonna eat it. I mean, Max wasn't wrong.
Right.
I was just like, damn.
That's like if somebody brought Wendy's home and it'd be like, and thought I wasn't going to eat it.
So Lisa, she's like, well, okay, maybe we can give this goat one more week. Like, she got too much chaos going on in this house for this damn goat. And he's like, maybe one more year. I said, whoa, that's edge. You can't say 2 more weeks, 1 more year.
You give them an inch, they take a mile.
Exactly. I wouldn't let the gate open my damn self. You know what? Fuck this.
Right.
You ain't even trying to meet me halfway, little boy. Okay.
And apparently the goat is taking a lot of attention away from her because the goat cries at night and Rich feels the need to get up and go check on the goat.
And Lisa said she should be the only one crying at night.
And not crying for real, if y'all know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Crying because of something else.
So she says she's a bit hoarse from the previous evening's events. And he asked her how everything went.
And she says, Ayan and Stansbury worked on their beef, like they smoothed everything out, but now I'm beefing with Stansbury. Mm-hmm. And he's like, what the fuck happened?
Right.
She's like, this woman basically told me to suck her man's dick. Now,
I'm going to be honest, the way she worded it, and I have it in my notes, actually, it's not that part.
It's everything. So even the last episode that we were talking about, she's getting the gist of what Stansbury said.
She's wording it wrong.
She's wording it wrong, and it's making it look worse than it is. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not.
She does talk about the them comment, and when she delivered to Rich, but I know when she has the conversation again, she definitely delivers it wrong.
She delivered it wrong from the get-go. She delivered it wrong from the get-go. But basically, Rich was like that. He's glad he wasn't there because
he lost his mind.
Exactly.
He told
He's like, don't engage with people like that. She's like a 50-year-old influencer. I said, oh, okay, Rich. Okay. So, he tells her to look for the good in her and expect good from her, and you're more likely to get it. You know what? I actually really did like that advice. I don't know how well it works, but I said, you know what, Rich, you over here dropping jewels after shading the fuck out this bitch.
Right.
She a 50-year-old influencer. I said, well, god damn.
But Lisa does say that she's fine with trying to make up, but Stansbury better realize she better not fuck with her. So Stansbury and the kids are preparing for Ayan's visit to her home. She said that she's happy to have her without the puppet and the pole, meaning Lisa is a pole in Ayan's ass and does whatever, Ayan does whatever Lisa basically tells her to do. So, Ayan arrives looking like she stepped off the runway as usual. And
Yes,
Stansbury introduces her to the family. So Ayan is like, I'm really eager to learn who she is around her family. And she asks about her twins and basically that they don't look alike, but the other one is somewhere else. We do learn that. And I actually did a bad job, y'all. I didn't get no names. I didn't get not one. And we know that she did. So Sergio says that,
look, I'm so bad. I'm so bad. At one point, I put Sergio's name as Fernando.
Oh.
And then later on, put it as Sergio.
Bless your heart. Okay. So Ayan asked them about adding to their family, and Stansbury's son is kind of still hanging around for adult conversation. So she shoos him away, but she tells Ayan that, basically the kids are not keen on bringing any other kids up in the house. Mm-hmm. So Sergio says they may have one or two more, and Stansbury tells him that she will not be doing two. And then basically lets us know that she is not family oriented. She's been in boarding school since she was like 6 or 7 years old. And basically a therapist compared that to her being sent to the army. Mm-hmm. However, that's just British culture. She said it made her very hard. And she said that's what you do when you're rich. You go off to boarding school. So then she asked Ayan about her having another baby. And Ayan says she's not putting her JJ through that again. Sergio was like, but I would give anything for a baby. And Stansbury lets him know that she has 3 kids and this is his baby.
Yeah.
And that as soon as that baby comes out, she is handing the baby over to him. And that he needs to find a good nanny. So Sergio believes, and
she was giving
the red flag. Where is the red flag?
She was giving real bitchy this episode. Super duper bitchy. I got the red flag.
Sergio believes. Sergio, you believe. You're not listening to what's coming out of her mouth. Mm-hmm. He believes she'll feel differently when the baby arrives.
Heard that.
Ayan is confused and actually a little bit triggered because she grew up with a father who didn't have time for her. Mm-hmm. And basically says in the confessional that if she feels that way going into thinking about having a baby, she doesn't need to have any more kids. And I agree. So, and she said, but it's a new millennial thing. But then she said, no, it can't be a millennial thing because she's old. And then she said, well, I'm a millennial. And she said, so I'm not sure what Stansbury is.
Well, she wasn't even sure if she was a millennial.
Right. And then Ayan starts talking to Stansbury's son about her relationship. They sit down and have dinner. Mm-hmm. And she starts talking about the relationship with her siblings. And we learn that she has 30.
Mm-hmm. 10 from her mom and 11 from her dad. And the rest of them are step siblings.
Right. She said her father was a very active man. Mm. And then Sergio asked about, the events at Ejan's party the day before and, how she felt about everything. And basically, how is Lisa kind of feeling? And Ayan says she can't understand where things went wrong, talking about Lisa. And that said that, they say that, well, she came out like a lion. And Ayan is confused because she's like, I didn't see any of that. I didn't witness any of that. And when they said that, I was like, and they showed the clip, like trying to make it seem like she was being overly aggressive. And I said, all she did was question whether you were really that, but she might've been being shady, but she
had an attitude. That's it.
Right. So, but here we go with the Black woman got to be aggressive card.
And the white woman got to be getting attacked.
Right. So Ayan urges her to talk to Lisa because she is the nicest person that she knows. She invites them to her Asian themed birthday party. And, Stansbury says they'll come and ask her how old she's going to be. And she said, well, her Kenyan passport says 35. Her American passport says 40. Mm-hmm. But she feels 17 at heart.
In her soul.
Her JJ feels like it's 12. And I said,
and she said they celebrating both.
Right.
I said, well, Sarah is taking Nina to meet her father. You can add it in. So Sarah is taking Nina to meet her family. Some of her family are not going to be there. Apparently, they're in quarantine. But it's super special for Nina because she's Arab and she's not close to her family. Her family is back.
They're going to Sarge. I'm about to butcher this for y'all. I might do it right. Shade Squad, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it's Saraja, which is a little bit more conservative and is about 22 miles outside of Dubai.
What she said.
Right.
So, Nina's family is back in the US. So, she's missing the culture, missing her family. So this is super dope for her to be able to go and visit with Sarah's family and, get some of that. So, of course, they do their Arab sage before when she gets in the house. They sage her down.
She puts it under her dress.
She puts it under her dress. It actually did look like her dress was on fire. They both kind of did it because she sat on the floor for herself and kind of stepped over it a little bit.
I was like, y'all doing yoni steams out in the middle of the living room like that? Because that's what the game.
I don't think I would even mind that because I think that one smells better than the sage.
In the yoni steam?
No, not the yoni. Than the sage that we know.
Oh. That's what it looks like, a yoni steam. She putting it up there and make it smell.
If your yoni steam look like that, boo, you might want to get up. That shit might be on fire.
Right.
Okay. That ain't
I was like, it's a little close.
That wasn't steam, that was smoke. So apparently in an Emirati house, they have a kitchen inside the house, but they cook outside the house. Because they don't want the house to smell. I like that. I hate my house to smell like food. I like that shit. I think she said they never cook in the house. I think that's super
Nels
dope.
can tell you I'm low-key rolling my eyes because I have the guy that has the outdoor grill and every chance he gets, it doesn't matter. He wants to be outside and I am not a bug person, a bee person, any spider, nothing. So if I can sit in my house without the nature affecting me, if I could get a sunroom, if I could get a she shed, then maybe I would feel differently. But if I got to be out amongst the elements, I'm good. I'll take my ass in the house in the AC.
Jesus Christ. Well, so they sit down and like in the backyard and like the back patio area, super dope, super nice, looks really, really nice. And Nina tells Sarah's father, like, so.
Oh, you didn't get daddy's name?
Sarah's father.
No, his name, and I did get his name. I knew I could not pronounce it. So I was hoping that this one got it because she's better at pronunciations than me, but she can't ever get the name or remember the name. So that doesn't really help.
See, what happened was I was multitasking while trying to get these notes.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I really don't even remember them saying his name, but apparently
no, they put it across the screen.
Oh yeah, no, she wouldn't have got that. She wouldn't have got that unless it's in the screenshot. It actually might be in the screenshot. Well, if it is, y'all will see it. So
terrible.
Sarah, basically Nina's like, so I heard Sarah's your favorite. And he's like, from the moment she was born, I knew she was a businesswoman. She used to come up with ideas. Like the first one was going to the grocery store and like buying up all this candy and then like a market
in her little
set up. Right. I thought that was super dope. And he was like, he's always called her because of that, like a superwoman. Aww. Their relationship, and she got up, she gave him a hug, gave him a kiss. It was really, really cute. So Sarah's father is showing off pictures of her and the family of, when she was younger. And Nina says, that they're very lucky to even have those pictures because she says she left, like they lost everything in the war trying to escape Lebanon when she was younger. And, they moved to the US and had to start all over. Now, apparently Sarah's parents are cousins. And she says, they were actually in love. So it wasn't an arranged marriage. But right. They got engaged when she was like 14 and Nina's like, when her mom was 14 and Nina's like, well, my mom was 15. Back then that type of shit
That
was
was normal.
So, but she was like, yeah, my mom got engaged with him at like 14, and then 9 months later, they had Sarah. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I love that. I love that little.
I love to see the dynamic because we can tell that the reason why she feels so comfortable and still into her cultural beliefs is because she was never made to, you know what I mean? It looks like it wasn't forced upon her.
Mm-hmm.
And so she actually embraces it versus trying to like run from it or differentiate.
And Sarah actually admits, she's like, there's certain parts of my culture, certain parts of my religion that, I embrace, and other parts I leave behind. And I am bold enough to do that shit. Okay.
Right.
Ayan is at Dubai Mall in downtown Dubai, which is the second largest mall in the world. Okay. Now, I don't know what shoes she had on, but she decided to take them shits off. She kicked them motherfuckers off.
She said her feet hurt.
Yeah, she
wants to skip through the mall
with her bags of shit. She's, I feel you, boo. Look, Tracy.
And look, she must know that floor is clean because she just skipping away.
Please, let me say something. Especially if you grew up in the country, I'm sure you're used to walking on dirt and all types of shit. So you walking through the mall barefoot is probably nothing.
That's true.
Good okay. So she goes to meet Lisa at the Chloe store, and Lisa automatically notices, like, where are your shoes, ma'am? The motherfuckers hurt. Okay, I took them bitches off. Okay, so the ladies,
people should walk around in this world like they came into this world, and you didn't come out your mama's vajayjay with no shoes, now did you?
Sure didn't. Sure did not. We are here.
I said, is we gonna start walking around naked too, Ayan? Because we didn't come out the womb with no clothes on. Just saying, if you trying to Adam and Eve it, I'm just saying, let's just go all the way.
I'm for it.
I know you are.
So the ladies go sit down and have a cup of coffee. And of course, they want to discuss the night with Stansbury. I feel like this is just a conversation for the whole entire episode. Everybody want to know about this. And, she basically lets her know that Stansbury told her to suck a man's dick. And she's like, what?
And I said in my notes, that's not what was said in that way. She said it, but she didn't say
what I think she said was, she said to Sergio, she said, so is she gonna suck your dick? First of all, she wasn't even talking to Lisa.
Right.
Now, let's not get it twisted. It was still disrespectful. That's Absolutely. What I'm saying. She's giving a gist of what was said.
Right.
But she wasn't talking to Lisa. She was talking to Sergio. And basically, like, if you're on her side or you're gonna agree with her, she gonna suck your dick tonight? Otherwise, you need to be over here with me, is what I was getting from what she said. So
she said, you better play your part.
And that's a lot different than you gonna suck my man's dick or suck my man's dick, or it's different. Okay. And apparently this is something Stansbury really don't do. So I don't even know why the fuck she's even saying this. But Ayan is completely shocked. She said, what? She said, what? She said, what to you? So she tells her like that she went over to, she was invited over for a barbecue and, to
hang out with Stansbury and her family.
Yes. And, she was like that she feels like they can be, a coincidence to each other. And Lisa is like, she's at a complete, she said, oh, what? Oh, what? She was like, not like friends, like me and you, but like a coincidence. She said, honey, that's not a coincidence.
You mean acquaintance?
Yeah. She was just like, yeah. Like, but you know what I meant. You know what I meant. So Lisa says that, she wants to move forward and she's not going to hold on to this. And basically she is going to follow her husband's advice, and whoever the fuck brings drama, she's just going to kiss them.
And she said she may give Stansbury a kiss, but she still ain't. giving no head to Sergio. And Ayan does let her know that she did invite Stansbury to her birthday dinner. So as her coincidence.
Oh.
What?
So the other one was Dubai Mall. This one, where the slopes are what?
It is the mall.
Two different malls? Is that what we're saying? It's two different malls?
There might be two different malls.
Oh, okay. All right, go ahead. Go.
So we are at the Mall of Emirates at Ski Dubai. We see Phaedra and Brooks. Now, Brooks spills a tea and lets Phaedra know about the dynamics of Stansbury and Lisa and how they're really not feeling each other. But what I thought was really interesting is that everyone in this episode made it seem like this was like an ongoing beef and like they've never really been cool.
Right?
This being like a one-time event. I found that to be very interesting.
I noticed that also.
But Brooke says, she knew when Phaedra wanted the tea, she knew exactly which two to stir up. And I said, okay, here we messy. But, Stansbury arrives with Sergio and Brooks decides to tell Lisa that Stansbury has been invited. Lisa says in her confessional, Brooks knows they don't get along and starts to like question her motives. Like, what are you really doing? So as Stansbury gets there, walks in. I guess Brooks told all the ladies she wanted them to wear the ski suits from Ski Dubai because Phaedra didn't bring one. And Stansbury had her own little get up. And this is one thing I'm not gonna get on Stansbury for. I have my own ski suit. It's cute. I paid for it. If I could still get in it and it's not gonna bust because it was a little tight last time. But if I could still get in it and fall and the ass not rip out, I would wear it.
Versus wearing something that other people
wear. I was not mad at Stansbury for that. And so I felt it was kind of like, I'm sorry, because I love Lisa, but I'm gonna call a spade a spade. I just felt like it was kind of a little bit out of place and bullyish to be like, well, just go with it. Just be a part of the team and be a team player. And it's like, but why? I kind of understood what, and she was like, I'm here.
She was like, I go skiing all the time. I have my own shit. I'm gonna wear my own shit versus wearing some shit that, gets rented out to other motherfuckers.
Now, this is the one thing, and Shade Squad, y'all may agree or disagree with me. Please drop down in the comments and let me know what you think. As they get on the slopes and they have their instructor, I believe his name was Muhammad. And so he's, working with them, and Caroline lets them know, Stansbury, Caroline, lets us know that she doesn't have any plans on skiing. So now I'm like, okay, so you out here with the ski suit. You cute look. Just for the look, and says, I just came to hang out and meet Phaedra. Now, some people will feel like at least she came out, so, she's solid for that. I feel like I can't stand people who come out and don't want to participate, especially if you know what I'm doing.
Let me tell you something. Stansbury's bougie ass. She said, I have been on like the most luxurious slope.
I've been to Aspen. I've been all around the world. I've been on Mount.
Okay, now if you think I'm going to come and get on this little bunny slope in Ski Dubai, you got me fucked up. That's what we're not going to do. I came out here to look cute and be Phaedra.
Basically, she said, it is nothing to a boss.
It is nothing to a boss.
In this one, I felt like if Lisa wanted to be nice and just fall back, like I'm going to be honest, in this one, I felt like Lisa was looking for it. She came there looking for it. And whether you're still pissed off, but you're never going to have a conversation if you come into the room, because Stansbury didn't come at her. She came.
Let me say this in Lisa's defense.
Okay.
In Lisa's defense, we know why Stansbury didn't want to change. We know that she said, I wore my own shit because I don't want to put on some shit that other people were wearing. But she didn't say that to Lisa. So in Lisa's defense, Lisa is basically saying, we're all being a team. We're all being team players. We're all wearing the same matching shit. So that Phaedra, who came from Atlanta, all the way from Atlanta, doesn't feel excluded. Right. Okay. All you're saying to me is, I ain't changing. I don't want to. That's it. So now, to her, you look like a bitch. Like you're being a bitch. and just don't want to participate. Then on top of that, you don't get on the damn slopes. You look like an asshole.
I can appreciate that perspective.
We are basing it off of the fact that she doesn't want to wear clothes that other people have worn, and she has her own personal shit. But that's not what she told to Lisa.
That's true. Okay. I see. Let's not let it get Monique-ish, but okay, I give you that one. And one thing that Phaedra does say, she gets a little moment with Sergio and Stansbury, and she's like, oh, so y'all together, y'all about to get married, and she's like asking them, it's like, this your first and second and whatever. And then she's like, oh, and she's like, it's a 20-year age difference, and she's like, oh, so you're dating your son. Mm-hmm. I said, Phaedra,
she can't help it. Let me tell you something. But she was still
haha and Kiki, and she said, it's okay, girl, I like them young too. But you could tell they both were caught off guard, and I was like, y'all don't know who Phaedra is.
Something. The bitches on Real Housewives of Atlanta are shady, right? They're shady. Yeah. Phaedra takes the goddamn cake. This woman can't help it. It is in her DNA. It is in her blood. It is in her genes. Okay. I feel like Kenya is the same way. But we know Phaedra can easily read Kenya for filth, okay? With no problem. Blindfolded.
Yes.
Phaedra is the queen of shady.
Well, crown her.
Everyone is out to dinner to celebrate Ayan and Taj's birthday. And let me tell you something. Ayan is wearing this red, beautiful custom-made dress made by her friend that he gifted her.
Right. She was like, did my husband pay the bill? And he was like, no, boo, it's a gift.
It is a gift. And I thought that was super.
That was super sweet.
Yeah. So everybody sits down and Ayan asks Lisa, so how's the goat business? And she's like, the goat is still here. He's pooping, peeing everywhere. And, she didn't mention that she wants to get rid of the damn thing. But so Brooks is curious as to why Lisa got a goat and she got lemons. And she's like, well, basically our situation was sour and then we made it sweet like lemonade. So It was lemons and we turned it to lemonade. I don't miss the shit. Now Stansbury
discuss how everybody got a gift. We even see Sarah getting a gift. I don't remember if Nina got a gift. But I'm sure she did.
Did she ever go to Nina's house?
No,
it seems like it's something that she does, like when she meets up with you privately or, like in a small intimate setting. So I don't think they had that time yet. But Brooks, Stansbury is clearly feeling some type of way because she didn't get anything. And she feels like it's a subliminal message. And Ayan says, yes. Yeah, it's a subliminal message.
If you don't get it, you don't get it.
So everybody wants to know about the wedding plans that Stansbury has been so just talking about. Oh, it's been so hectic. I haven't been able to do shit because we're planning for the wedding. And Sergio does say, it's been a lot, but he's excited because his family's coming. And apparently his parents have never met her parents. So this will be the first.
I thought they said they never met her. I thought she said that she's never met his parents before. And that was the whole thing. That's why he wants them to spend so much time together. And even Nina, in my notes, Nina says, well, you've never met them.
I know Nina got involved in that.
Right.
Now, Stansbury basically says, like, we're literally just going to kill each other, like before the wedding. And Nina's like, well, I have room here at my house. And Stansbury's like, you got room for his mom too?
And the way Sergio looked, and
let me tell you something, okay? I felt
bad for Sergio.
I felt bad for Sergio too. That was some real bitchy shit. She was being a bitch. Stansbury says that Sergio wants her to, sit with his family, and basically she refuses to do it. She's like, my friends are coming from LA, and that's who I want to hang out with. I'm not interested in, I've done this before. I've done the wedding thing before, and I'm not interested in being up under their ass, basically. And what's her face? Nina, she's like, well, it's like tradition, it's like tradition in my culture. And
saying like she should be respectful. And this is use. Go ahead, because I want to go in.
And basically Sergio's like, yeah, it's tradition in my culture also. And she's like, yeah, but it's not mine. So she's like, okay, but a wedding. Nina's like, but a wedding is tradition. She's like, I didn't want to get married either. Sergio just looks like he's rethinking everything. Okay, he does not look happy at all. Everybody else is like,
everybody's at the table feeling bad for him.
Yes,
down like glasses of wine because they're like, we can't believe he over here taking this.
In a confessional, Ayan is like, yeah, I could see that only lasting like 2 years.
One.
She said one?
She said 1, 2 años.
Yeah, two years.
1 to 2 years.
Oh, that's what that was, 1 to 2 years. So then Taj gets up and he does a toast for his mother, and basically says that, I couldn't imagine having a better parent, even with the inappropriate jokes that she makes,
right?
That only she finds funny. And everybody just congratulates her, like that she has just this amazing child, this amazing son. Apparently their birthdays are only 4 hours apart. So they did celebrate together. It was super dope. It was a super dope night, other than the fact that, Stansbury was being a complete bitch and making her fiance feel some type of way. What it was giving to me was, I'm the motherfucker with the money, so you're gonna deal with it.
Right. So you either just shut up or we just won't be getting married.
Basically, that's the energy she was giving.
And I will say, and I'm not defending her, but her excuse is that, she grew up in a family where, her family, they're not really tight. So for her, she doesn't feel obligated to want to sit with them or spend any extra time with them. She says she talks to her family maybe 3 times a year.
Yeah, but for someone who's been married before, that relationships are about sacrifice.
And that's what Nina was trying to explain to her.
So we're not worried about, it's not about you, and you've done this before. We're not talking about what you're comfortable with and what your family dynamic is. At the end of the day, this is what will make your fiance happy. So
agreed.
Thank
you guys for tuning in to another review of the Real Housewives of Dubai. So please, please make sure, if you have not already, that you like,
you comment,
you subscribe,
and hit the notification bell.
And please make sure that you are sharing us with all your friends as well. And just bring them on over to the Shade Squad, because it's just a whole community over here. And we are 5 away from trying to hit the 300, y'all. So please continue to help us get there. We appreciate it. We love you guys. Yes. And we'll catch you next week for another review of Real Housewives of Dubai. Bye-bye.
Front, back, side to side. Make sure you go like and subscribe. Front, back, side to side. Make sure you go like and subscribe.